What's up, and welcome to Sundays with Saji, the show where any day could be the worst day of the week. Today, it's Sunday. Wednesday. Today, it's Wednesday. Today, the day is not Sunday, it's Wednesday. Today's the worst day of the week because, well, we uploaded a video last week about a Instagram account called GSD Nation, a family channel, if I may, and they responded. And not only did they respond, they reacted to the video. So today we have some content to watch, some stuff to go over. Very excited, looking forward to it. Clearly, the first thing I wanted to kind of go over, if you didn't watch my most recent video, definitely check it out. You kind of need the lore to know about what's going on right now. But I really want to find the DM because I did get DM'd. He DM'd me asking me to hop on the channel with them on a podcast episode, and I politely ignored. And I'll explain why in a second. All right, this is the DM I got from Matt Morstad last week, a few days ago, on Friday. And he said, "Hi, we noticed the YouTube video on us yesterday. Of course, we see a number of things not fairly portrayed. Nonetheless, we'd be open to discussing. What do you think about coming on to our podcast? We could discuss the YouTube video, and we'd also be sincerely interested in your journey as a young YouTuber, creating a large and successful channel. Tips, tricks, challenges. We enjoy hearing different views and learning. We'd host you in good faith, of course. Matt." Now, Matt DM'd me this, and I was considering it. If I'm being honest with you, I was thinking about it because, hey, content, right? Content, that's kind of my job. But I remembered about why I made the video. I made the video because I was criticizing GSD Nation for exploiting and indoctrinating their children. And I felt like if I were to go on their podcast, I'd kind of be doing the thing that I spoke against. So it kind of felt like a little bit hypocritical for me to be like, let's not exploit kids like this, but I'm also going to be on their podcast. It doesn't really make sense, if I'm being honest with you. So I kind of didn't respond, let things kind of be. And let's keep in mind him saying, we'd host you in good faith. Okay, let's keep that in mind. Because not even a week later, he posts a video titled, "Worst YouTuber Ever, Exposing Radical Left-Wing Grifter Saji Sharma." So, I'll be honest with you, Matt, doesn't sound like it's in good faith. Couldn't wait a week before being in bad faith? Wow, okay. But it feels good. Feels good to be the worst YouTuber ever. Those are very strong and broad words. And I'm getting them views. That's not anything I really care about that much. But hey, compared to their last 2 episodes, I'd say I'm helping them out a little bit. We're going to watch this. I haven't seen any of it at all because I was really excited to make a live stream about it. And I didn't go on the podcast because I don't want to sort of uphold the things I was critiquing in my video. But because they went out of their way to react to my video, I feel like I have the right to watch it. I feel like that's in my rights. I didn't know you were a radical left grifter. Oh my God. I know, it's nuts. I didn't tell you guys, but I'm a grifter. I'm doing this for money. They also uploaded a clip of the video on Instagram, on their Instagram, which is where they have their audience. They've got 43,000 followers, I think. And even in that post, everyone in the comments is not with them, very much against them.
Actually put this in. The debate that we watched with Andrew Wilson, who's known as one of the strongest debaters in the field today. Do you guys remember what
Already off the bat, no, he's not actually at all. Anyway, we're going to watch the video, but the comments, this one heart. But besides that, it's wait, what? This is, okay. No offense, you guys clearly lack critical thinking skills. I can't wait till your kids grow up, put you in a retirement home. Okay. Point being, everyone is against this post, and I don't think the majority of people here even know who I am, but they're like, you're just wrong. And not that I'm with these people. I don't want to be mean or ill-intentioned to GSD Nation. That's not my intention, all right? It's to call out and criticize. as I said in my video. But now they're reacting to my video and calling me the worst YouTuber ever, so we have to react. So let's react.
Worst YouTuber ever. Meet Saji Sharma.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Awesome. Pictures of me and my girlfriend. Love the invasion of my privacy. That's fucking awesome. I didn't even know he did that. Why did he include pictures of me and my girlfriend? That's a little weird, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Worst YouTuber ever. Meet Saji Sharma, a dishonest, radical, left-wing grifter.
They included this picture of me. I don't even know where they got this from. I look so cute.
Who will sell his soul for clicks.
You heard it here first, guys. I will absolutely sell my soul for clicks. It's not even a debate. I'm a left-wing grifter for a reason. I don't believe in anything I'm saying, and it's all for money.
Saji recently did a hit piece on us, and while it's not the first that we've seen, this one is particularly
And certainly won't be the last.
disingenuous for a few reasons. One, he's got a large channel, 300,000 subscribers. We've got a couple thousand. He projects a lot of false information and intentionally misleads his audience about us, which puts a...
Now, okay, my whole thing is GSD Nation is really just the dad. It's not really the children. They have no say, really at all. If it wasn't for the dad, this video wouldn't be happening. The kids wouldn't know about my video if it weren't for the dad. Really, I made the video that I did just for the dad, to critique him. That was kind of the whole point. Not really for the kids. I wasn't trying to talk to the kids. I was trying to talk to the dad and say, hey, what you're doing is kind of weird and hypocritical.
Dad and his kids in danger. Now, it should be known that I did reach out to Sanji and say, come on our show.
It's not Sanji, it's Saji. That's how you're not pronouncing my name right. It's easy. It's just S-A-J-I. It's 4 letters. And again, it took you 4 days to make a hit piece about me, right? I didn't respond. I did see it. I didn't respond. I probably wasn't going to. But regardless, it took you 3 days to make the video.
Let's clear the air. In good faith, we'll have you on and talk some of this through. And he ghosted us. So stay tuned on this video while my kids and I do a reaction to his hit piece and expose this scumbag for many of the points that he made throughout the video. You're not going to want to miss it. We expose him on various points all through the end of the video.
Oh, I'm so excited to sit through almost an hour of this. Holy shit. This better be good, guys.
Let's get into it.
Hey. Oh,
boys, you ready for an episode or what?
Heck yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. We've got a unique episode that we didn't really have.
So my question is, do the kids know about the video before this video? Or is the dad kind of like, this guy talked about us and we're going to react to it now? Like, it's just weird to be like, this guy talked trash about our entire family, even though I didn't. It was really just the dad. But now we're going to react to it and commentate on it. That just feels weird.
Plan. So this is kind of be like off the cuff a little bit or winging it. But we had an interesting hit piece done on us, or maybe more in particular me, just a few days ago. We've had.
Okay, so he does know it's on him. Good. Why don't you just watch it and talk about it? Why include the kids?
Good.
Yeah, we've had hit pieces before though, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
So this one's interesting. It's a fairly big YouTuber that is like a radical leftist grifter, and he goes and tries to...
I love those terms. I am a radical leftist grifter. That feels really right.
shame conservatives. At least with us, he put out a lot of misleading information, not factual, and presumably he tried to mislead people about us so that he could get clicks and grift, and that's what he does. What I want to do is go through it and see what you guys think. You have not seen this yet.
No.
Okay, so see, this is the weird thing. This is the weird thing to me. The video that I made is critiquing the dad. It's about the dad. The dad is blindsiding the children and basically being like, I'm going to show you this video about a guy who criticizes me. We have to react to it now. That just feels very off-putting, right? That just feels weird.
We have not.
I've seen it. I actually reached out to him. I really wanted to sort of reach out in good faith and say, hey, why don't you come on our show? If you have so many opinions about us, maybe you can try to understand instead of judge and condemn, and then put it out to hundreds of thousands of people. And we'll do that in good faith. Like, we won't hold a grudge. We'll have you on and we'll talk about that. And we'd also love to just pick your brain about what it's like to be a YouTuber, since he does literally exactly what you guys are trying to do.
Yeah. Doesn't he have like 2 million subscribers or something?
He's got about 300,000.
Close.
Just short of 300,000 subs.
Loves subs.
It's a lot.
Maybe he
Yeah,
can give
he's
us
got
some
a big
tips.
Yeah, he can give us some tips. The ironic part is that you guys are trying to do what he's doing and he's criticizing us. But we'll get into that. Maybe without further ado, I can pull that up and play it. I think it would be interesting for people to see your raw reaction to what this grifter says about us.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Okay, why do you say grifter? Why are you calling me a grifter? What's the deal with the term grifter? I get it, I'm a grifter, but why?
You want to do that? Any other thoughts before we go about these hit pieces?
Make sure you subscribe to us to help us make it where these hit piece dudes are more scared of us, because we'll have more subscribers than them.
Well, we don't do hit pieces, right?
Yeah, but then they won't want to do on us because we would have more.
It is easy when you go after somebody who's 1/100th of your size in terms of following. We have a couple thousand followers on YouTube. He's got 300,000, and
That's
so it's sort of an
which is why I said maybe to not be mean to them. I do understand that you guys don't have a big following. I understand that, and which is why I was like, let's not send hate. And also, just to be fair, I don't usually go after anyone this small. Usually, I'm the one that is the creator who isn't as big. So.
Aggressive move. Also didn't reach out to us any interest in like, hey, why do you do what you do? No sort of investigative analysis. And then as we get into it, you'll see.
So this is just sorry, I don't mean to pause it so much, but this is just a great example of what happens when you put your children on the internet. Obviously, it would be very different if it was just you, an adult, being like, I'm a conservative, I hate liberals, and this is why. I'm a conservative and I love being a conservative. Right? That would be different versus being like, hey, son, you're a conservative now, and you have to say this for a TikTok today. Maybe 2 TikToks, maybe even 3 TikToks. You're uploading that to the internet where anybody can see. Anyone and their mom can see. It's in my right to criticize what you're doing, which is exactly, like, you clearly didn't understand what I was trying to say at all, because you're doing it again.
Kind of how he sets up what he decides to cover and what he conveniently decides not to cover. And so it's really done in bad faith. And yeah, what else do you expect from radical leftists, right? Here's his page.
Or radical leftist.
That's interesting.
What I think is funny is he's ragging on you guys for putting yourselves out there at a young age. But guess when he started?
He looks super young.
Yeah. Isn't that your...
He looks like my age, kind of.
That was... Okay, but that's a picture of me. I'm choosing to put myself out there. And also... I'm way older now. That's not the same thing at all. But okay, all right.
You're a little bit older.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't look very old there. Okay, so that is.
This is beef between you and me, Matt. Not with your children. Why are you bringing your kids into it? Seriously.
That's him. He started. Let's see. He started in 2017. So he doesn't look very old now. I'm guessing that he was probably about your age when he started, but who knows? We don't have the exact data there. And then before we get into our video, here's ours. Huh?
Oh, I see.
Okay, conservatives are indoctrinating our children. Look at some of the other pieces that he does, though, because I think this is equally important to see what kind of work Saji does.
Saji.
Okay.
There's no end. There's no end. Oh, my God.
YouTube's worst right-wing journalist. Debating college students is not impressive. Immigration. Dumping on MAGA, debating college students again. Let's see here. Going undercover at Am I Racist? Elon.
So he basically just makes fun of everybody.
Elon and fascism. Yeah, it's like it's all. I mean, we could look at the rest of his videos. I don't see him making fun of any liberals. Here he makes fun of the sound of freedom. So I haven't looked at all this. I don't have necessarily the time. Another thing that could be interesting is to see, like, here's his oldest work, right? So you can see he started this pretty young. Which I think is
Fortnite sucks, so.
Yeah, like, which is, it's also like pretty relevant in terms of his critique of us and the hypocrisy that lies within that. And he does some controversial things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then here he starts doing personal attacks on people, right? He doesn't look like
He really went to the deep dive. Holy shit.
Older than high school. All right. This. So here's where he gets all of his personal attacks. And some of these grifters, this is how they make their money. Like, we do attacks on ideas, right?
Matt, you haven't said why I'm a grifter. I'm okay with you saying it because I know I'm not a grifter. But why do you keep saying grifter? What have you seen from me that proves to you that I'm a grifter?
Yeah.
And maybe ideologies. But we certainly don't hate on people. Like, people are generally, I think, wired with good intentions, and they're good people, but they might just have bad ideas. And so we like to really attack ideas and not people. But this guy's an exception, so we're going to get into it. Let's
what do you... Okay.
Let's play it then.
Okay, sure.
And
whatever.
Let me know
I'm going to let the video
play.
play.
Channel member to help support the Saji Sharma channel. I love making videos for you guys, and by becoming a channel member, not only do you help me keep doing that, but you'll also gain access to exclusive perks like new videos early. I appreciate the support regardless, and enjoy the video.
This
is a baby.
Here we go.
Babies and children and little monsters are core to the functioning of our society. They are where the roots of
unless you abort them.
Our ever-growing tree of life begin. If we nurture and treat them with care and kindness, they will be better suited to do the same to their kin.
Agreed.
Therefore, it is very important to instill
the dad is so obviously like upset. He's so pissed off. He's like, kids, this is why we have to hate this guy. Guys, I'm upset at him and you need to be angry at him too. All right.
Best human traits we can within them. Unfortunately, that
part I agree with, right?
Yeah,
it's important. We gotta raise the kids right?
Guys, they like what I have to say. I made it big. They're agreeing with me. Let's see how long this lasts.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
That's what he's gonna say.
Part is subjective. To many, simple things like letting your children play outside or taking them to the movies or anything that brings general childhood happiness is a given. To others, manipulating them into believing whatever you want them to believe serves as a great way to make you happy. Making your children into a little mini-me. Do you know how much easier it would be if I had a little mini Saji running around that I trained to
God forbid.
Script and edit my videos so I don't have to do all the work? But I don't do that. One, because cloning is less time consuming and laws haven't caught up to it yet. And the more important reason being that that is child abuse. Say hello to GSD Nation.
I'm a conservative kid.
This is making me cringe so hard. Why are you making the children watch this? Oh my god. The kids should... Okay. Matt, you gotta set your priorities straight, man.
And this is my flag.
I'm a liberal sheep, and this is my flag. Wait, no, this is my flag. Wait,
Man,
no, this
funny.
is actually my flag. Wait, no, actually, this is gonna be my flag. Wait, actually, no, that's my flag right there. No, that's my flag.
These are children.
Yeah, and?
You guys remember this? Whose idea was this video?
That was funny. I think it was mine.
Yeah.
I came up with this. Yeah, it was around the 4th of July, right? We were looking at the flags, right? And then I think you actually showed us a post or something, and I thought, like, well...
We should do that.
A lot of people are kind of worshiping other flags, but we have the United States, the all-inclusive flag, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay, let's see here.
Babies, even. Instead of kicking my ass in Fortnite, they're telling me that...
Max, how do you think you'd handle this guy in Fortnite?
I'll destroy him.
Exactly.
I'll crush him.
That's what I want, Max. I want you to beat me in Fortnite, not on YouTube. That's the point.
Exactly. He thinks we don't play Fortnite.
Traditional conservatism is better than the woke mob of the left. One flag is better than a lot of them. I don't need kids to tell me this.
As a conservative, you have so many fucking flags. What is going on? You have way more flags than we do. You guys have the most flags, I think. Let's see. Don't tread on me. Back the blue. The Confederate flag. That's just 3. I can keep going.
Of grown adults saying it every day. If anything, this is just...
I mean, then don't watch.
Yeah.
sad. I feel bad for these children. That their
Why?
parents
We're having so much
right-wing
fun.
propaganda and turning it into content instead of letting them just...
He feels bad for us, but then he puts us on blast to millions of people.
I wish it was millions.
Right?
Yeah.
So does he feel bad for us, or is he just grifting off of our clickability?
Oh.
What a D-bag.
Oh, yeah.
Kids. They literally have a podcast.
Guys, we have the same job here. You guys do the same thing as me. Where are these criticisms coming from? You do the same thing, but about the other side. There's no difference, really.
Children are podcast bros.
Now they're forcing our favorite NFL teams to post a pride message on every social media platform.
This is crazy to me because you're a child. You haven't even had a kiss yet. You don't get a say in who's gay and who can be gay and who can't. You know, that's just...
I need conservatives to stop telling me that we are brainwashing the younger generations by teaching them about sexuality. While a lot of the best human traits are subjective, making your children podcast bros as soon as they exit the womb is objectively...
Do you think that... a question for him, right?
Yeah,
Do you think that running a podcast is not cool? It's so fun.
No, that's...
Like, we enjoy running a podcast.
I know you guys do, and I think that's really great. But being exposed online at a young age is not good for your future. Or your brains. But again, I'm not Matt. I'm not your father.
Worst human trait you can give to them. Sorry, but spewing misogynistic talking points into a microphone at the ripe age of 8 years old.
It's not 8 years old. It's actually 12 and 14 now.
14 now, yeah. So,
oh my God.
Guys,
yeah, we are not 8 years old or 10 or whatever you say.
What misogynistic talking points were you guys spewing?
Oh.
Yeah, wait, what are we saying about that?
Anti-female?
Like,
when have we ever said anything about anti-female?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You just said you talked misogynistic.
No? Honestly, I don't remember anything we said, other than, like, how abortion is wrong because it's effectively murder.
Oh, yeah, women's rights. This is,
But,
I mean,
like,
this is
other
a
than
common,
that-
this is a common, like, debatable disagreement between liberals and conservatives. It doesn't make you a misogynist. But nonetheless, like, maybe he's got an example. Let's hear him out.
Might be more damaging for a child's brain than teaching them about gay people. But hey, what do I...
Yeah, what do you know?
What, man, I mean...
Matt, what are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? It's just crazy because you have your kids there to echo back to you what you want to hear. That's kind of the whole point, right? These kids can't speak for themselves. They're 12 and 14. Matt is clearly upset at me. I've made him mad. Matt, I'm sorry. But it's weird that you brought your kids to react to the video. It just is.
In the whole, like, this guy's obviously really into the LGBT.
I think he might be gay.
Seems pretty clear.
The homophobia comes out. Was I wrong? I mean, sure, I could be. Why does it matter to you? And why does that make me less of a person?
And then, it's fine, do your thing. But when it comes to, like, how we should be educating the next generation, I mean, that's a longer...
Hey, Aaron, how's it going? You did tap at the right moment. It's getting exciting.
Our discussion is probably his own podcast, and we could get into that with Saji, but he ghosted us on reaching out to try to have a good faith discussion.
Guys, I just didn't respond. I didn't think you were gonna react to my video in 3 days. I thought you'd give me a little more time.
Yeah,
I played outside as a kid.
Oh, burn.
It's his
He's got some
intro.
good editing, though, right?
Yeah.
I do like
You gotta
this.
you gotta give him some credit.
GSD Nation.
Oh, thanks,
is the name
guys.
of the
Appreciate it.
YouTube channel and overall brand. It was started by Father Matt Morstad and his kids on a mission to build more producers by thinking objectively, rationally, and critically. They break down complex topics and engage with all ages, encouraging ways to become a more productive member of society and get shit done. That's what GSD stands for. Now, before we get into the video, I just want to preface by saying that I don't want anyone to send these people hate. Please don't bully these children. It is not their fault.
Okay, thank you. I accept that, but...
Meanwhile, let me put him on blast.
Meanwhile, he's giving us...
Am I not allowed to criticize? Sorry, you're putting yourself and your children on the internet for everybody to see. Am I not allowed to say something? What the fuck?
Smiley was like, don't give these people hate.
D-bag of the year, right here. Look at that face.
Oh my gosh.
Huh?
I mean, like,
Look at that face.
it's kind of strange that he's literally doing this. At least he put a little bit of effort into saying, please do not go and bully the children.
Please do not. But you'll see. You think you think that's not happening? You don't think as a result of this, we haven't had like a spike in attacks, hate, doxing, and all of that because of what the things that this guy does? Because he also puts out false information, so he's misrepresenting our channel completely. We'll get into that.
False.
So they already got lots of hate, right? That wasn't because of me, and I prefaced in the beginning of my video not to send hate. I'm doing my job there. That's me doing my job, and then I critique you, which is well within my right.
They are in this predicament. It is the parents.
The parent-
But regardless, we're not here to be mean. We are here to observe and critique. Now, the father, Matt Morstad, has a goal of educating his children, and by making it public, inadvertently educating others.
Yes.
Other kids,
Yeah.
I assume he's hoping for.
Got that part
Why
right.
is this bad? Why am I calling it out?
Yes.
Well, for a number of reasons.
You could have
Why
asked
is it so
us
laggy?
why we did it, but chose
For
to.
one,
Never reached
it's
out.
very hypocritical for conservatives and Republicans to call out
I'm really curious as to how they respond to this.
left-wing indoctrination and brainwashing when this is literally that. For another,
Did we ever call them out for that?
I never really called them out.
Not you guys specifically, all conservatives. That is like a big conservative talking point, right? Is being like, and you do call it out. I've seen you guys call it out. Just kind of be like, in schools, you can't teach about gay people, can't teach about sex. You are brainwashing our youth. That's a pretty big conservative talking point.
Oh, actually, we sometimes call out ideas and stuff, but we've never actually called out any specific person.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
I don't know. That's not. It feels like he's projecting.
That's not, guys. You're not understanding what I'm saying. It's fine. It's okay.
Specifically, but let's go.
Okay. With the rise of distrust in the public school system and the move to homeschooling due to this right-wing anti-education rhetoric, we really get to take a look at the quality of education the average homeschooled conservative family probably gets. And boys,
we're not homeschooled. Let me make that clear. I do kind of want to get homeschooled, but we're not homeschooled right now.
Okay, well, that's good to know. That's good to know. I didn't know if you were homeschooled, but I'm glad to know that you're not.
Okay. Wrong also.
Yep, we're in a public school. Saji.
Okay, well, that's fine.
It's so far, to say the least. And their podcast programming lines.
That really doesn't change anything about my video.
It's fairly evident. But before we get there...
it's obvious, guys. You're homeschooled.
It's obvious that we're homeschooled. We literally just said that we're not homeschooled.
This is why I can't react to your live stream after I've already made the video, so I wouldn't have known while you were watching, but that's okay, buddy.
I find these guys so funny. People are gonna be like, "Oh, you're all upset." Well, I mean, yes, but also no. I mean, these guys are so ridiculous.
Okay, but the point is that the majority of homeschooling is done by conservatives. That's the point of my take, right? Maybe you aren't being homeschooled, but the majority of kids that are being homeschooled in the U.S. are conservative.
Let's keep going.
I want to take a look at their short-form content to get a good sense of these guys' politics. Nation does your standard Republican meme post. If you guys remember when I covered the date right stuff guy a while back.
He blasted the date right stuff guy. Remember him?
Oh, yeah, I love that dude.
He's funny.
Is just like making up circumstances where he, the conservative, is winning and you, the imaginary liberal, is losing.
The feminists out there, being aggressive and rude and generally unpleasant doesn't make you a strong woman. It just makes you annoying.
Annoying AF. Feminists, take that.
Their videos are a lot like that, except
maybe even better. What Date Right does is they mock silly ideas, and we kind of do the same. Like, mockery's a form of critique.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Did you just say you critique people by putting them on blast? I'm getting deja vu. Where have I heard that that's terrible and we shouldn't be doing that? Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
Okay.
It's funny.
A lot more dumbed down because children.
In my dad's generation, they had Wonder Woman.
In my generation, people wonder what a woman is.
That's a good video.
Well, I mean, I like that video. Max actually brought you.
Yeah.
This was your idea.
Someone was like,
this is crazy.
Yeah,
this
said
is
that
so
video.
crazy.
So it's kind of was like, hey, this is a good one.
So we made our own version. Right?
Yeah.
It is. I think it's clever.
And then there's this one.
Mad Libs was originated in 1958, but not much has changed because today, still, we have a lot of Mad Libs.
That one was good, Max. I do like that. I mean,
and we got one mad triggered one right here, Saji. So triggered he had to go and put all his time and effort.
Guess what, guys? I'm not a liberal.
Making a video to discredit us. All right.
Cute, it's adorable. Right, so we have right-wing rhetoric and talking points being delivered in the form of child make pun in front of camera so parent happy. And then there are posts where these children are trying to educate me on something in which they clearly know nothing about.
When a child is a victim in a school shooting, it's a horrible tragedy, right? When a baby is ended in the mother's womb, it's female empowerment?
When a baby is ended in the mother's womb, it's female empowerment. I'm almost distracted by how cute he is that I don't realize that this child is invalidating the severity and trauma of mass shooting victims by comparing it to abortions.
What's happening?
I mean,
is it not true? Maybe you're killing.
Where's the lie, Saji? Where's the lie?
People are literally being killed in schools, right? That's what a school shooting is.
Mm-hmm.
And then literally abortion is where you the womb.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And what's the difference in there?
Well,
there's a big difference, guys, but my job isn't to educate you guys. That's your father's job. That is not my job. But I will say a kid that's killed in a school is living life and has been alive for years versus an abortion, not even alive yet. We're not going to agree on that. Yada, yada, yada.
There's a big difference. There's been 400 fatalities in schools since the year 2000, which is horrible, right? No arguing about that. But there's been 25.5 million.
They're incomparable. Those two things are incomparable. You cannot compare the both of them. One is a human being that has been alive for years. The other is a baby that has not been born yet. You can't compare them. You can't.
Babies ended for convenience.
We did a post on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's insane.
And so, anyway.
Oh, look at this handsome man.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
Gaza right now is heartbreaking. It's unnecessary and it's infuriating.
Yep.
We agree. Free Palestine. But let's be honest. To free Palestine, you have to free it from Hamas.
I never want to tell anyone how to parent. That's not my place.
Oh, really?
You're telling you're telling him right now.
Oh my god. Dad, you're really laughing it up.
Well, I mean, it's like this is like max hypocrisy. Maximum hypocrisy here.
But a 12-year-old kid telling me that Hamas needs to release the hostages is certainly not being parented properly. I hesitate in putting...
During that, I was 13, not 12.
What's your argument then, Saji?
myself out there when talking about politics.
My argument is to free Palestine. That's my fucking argument, Matt.
You should not be hesitant and free when putting your children's faces out there like this, especially when these kids really don't understand what's happening. You're just feeding them information. They're not really able to form their own opinion. Everything they're
said, you don't understand what's happening. And he said, and this isn't even that true. And he said that you are constantly feeding us information, yet we don't know what's happening. How did we not know what's happening if you're feeding us information?
Because you're too young to really have a choice here. You don't really get to have a say. That's kind of my point, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. And honestly, like, you guys don't have to know everything. You don't have to know everything and be an expert on everything to have an opinion. And who knows, maybe if we get introduced with new information, our opinions will change. And that's okay. Like, we talk about this all the time. With the information we have, like, these are some of our opinions and we put them out there.
What I will say is that I do know more about American stuff, more than Ukraine, Russia, and like Israel, Hamas, all that type of thing. But I still know it. Like, I understand the basics. I understand what's happening.
Moving on.
Saying is based off of you, the parent. These guys have a smaller following, and I mentioned not wanting to spread any hate to this family, and that remains true. But a big reason as to why this is so irresponsible is because of the hate these kids are already getting. Putting them on blast like this is not only opening them up to constant harassment, but it's just going to make them double down on their views out of spite. If this isn't indoctrination, I don't know what is. Republicans love to say that the teaching of critical race theory or the teaching of sexuality and freedom of expression is indoctrination. Banning books, firing teachers, underfunding schools.
Well, guys, what do you think about the hate?
Listen to me. I don't even really go on to check the comments. Like, I literally do not. I just sit back and I just kind of let our video go.
What Saji would prefer is that we just censor all conservatives. If we were out,
do you guys feel indoctrinated? He's saying you're indoctrinated, but do you feel like you're indoctrinated? You could totally say no. I'd prefer if you said no.
Spouting liberal talking points. What do you guys think would happen?
We've even seen some videos, right, of like, you know, kids our age and possibly even sometimes younger who put out liberal stuff and they get so much love. It's insane.
It's easy to be a liberal.
Okay, it's one thing to be a child and post content on the internet. That's one thing. It's a different to make it. It's completely different to make it your whole identity. Doing conservative politics and beliefs on the internet is your whole identity as children. That's very different than just uploading a video to Instagram. They're not the same thing.
It's easy to be a liberal because you can just sort of pander to emotions and giving away free stuff. But
right, because that's what I do in this video.
The interesting,
I have a lot of things that are free for you guys. Yeah. It's like, yeah, you get things that are free. We're empathetic. We want you to live. We want you to be happy. All the things that I think as a liberal, clearly, that's what I am, a liberal.
Thing is, there are a bunch of young liberal kid channels, and we've seen a bunch of them, right?
Name one right now.
Now, we're not exposing them because I just don't feel like that's
kind
right.
of means it's children,
But
right?
there's definitely a difference. And so people like Saji here would love to just shut us down and not have us say anything, so that the only points out there that are being said are the liberal ones. What's like the alternative? Self-censoring and not being able to speak freely in a free country? That doesn't sound
How did we
free.
get here? What is happening
free
right
at
now?
Nay.
Anyway.
All right.
Schools ought to then have the director of Am I Racist educate your children. I'm not joking. Am I Racist was a movie that I covered here on the channel, made by Ben Shapiro's The Daily Wire and starring Matt Walsh as the lead.
Oh my
Matt
God.
Walsh went undercover as a liberal, not very well, if I may add, in an attempt
I mean, he fooled a lot of you.
Nay, a lot of people.
to invalidate racism in America and expose white guilt as an overdramatized and agenda
And he did a pretty effective job at it.
based decoy. And I went undercover as a conservative, very well, if I may add, to watch this movie. It is the Daily Wire, so it's very right-wing, contrarian, surface level, and yes, it is racist. So, of course, GSD Nation had to get the director of Am I Racist, Justin Folk, to feature on a podcast episode.
Why
And
not?
if you notice, we made movies that were, they're not necessarily political movies.
Oh,
per
look how
se.
young
They're
they
more
look.
cultural.
The movie is about invalidating racism. I think it's safe to say that it's a little bit political. The podcast...
Okay, I don't care about any of this.
Man,
stuff
we look
because
so
they're not
young
talking
there.
about. They're not going to
We
be
did.
talking
That was a
about
while ago.
how I'm critiquing them.
Actually, I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Remember when we had
it
the
was-
American background?
Yeah, we changed that out. But that episode was not a year ago. October, I think.
They do. The Programming Lions is their main shtick. In these podcast episodes, they host a variety of different speakers to teach the boys about the world that they live in. From
Whoa.
helping
Oh,
to simplify
yeah. That was
Oh,
awesome.
that was
that was
that's my
Will's
favorite
favorite.
one.
Right?
I love Bitcoin. He was a cool dude. Bitcoin's a cool thing. I don't
A
understand.
kid who's 14 being like, I love Bitcoin. Oh
How
my
is he
gosh,
saying something
that's
bad
so-
about
so
that?
crazy.
Learning about Bitcoin for kids, this is important. And understanding fiat currency and inflation.
Yeah,
I mean, you guys know a lot about that.
I
Heck yeah.
love Bitcoin. So cool.
discussing why trans people don't belong in sports to exposing communist infiltration in America. I have to say, this seems to be a very healthy format for
Yeah.
Something he doesn't mention though is that we've actually, like what he's saying, right? He's mentioning all the conservative people. We've actually also had some liberal people on,
Yeah.
I actually do mention that.
Two
I do
trans
mention
people
that.
on.
Guys,
and then
keep
one
watching.
anti-MAGA person.
Keep watching.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know you're kids and you don't have a huge attention span, but you got to
Hey, remember Russell? He wrote a book on how MAGA is a terrorist organization. He came on and told us why he believed.
Trans person, right?
Yeah. Well, Saji conveniently doesn't mention that here. And
Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
to get to where he got in terms of the ones that he wanted to highlight, he definitely went
Now you're lying about me. And I don't appreciate it, Matt. I don't appreciate that you're lying about me now.
past the trans people, the anti-MAGA person, and the libertarian that we've had on, the communist that we've had
I mentioned that you have other people on. Just play the video.
on
my
a number of
God.
people.
Oh yeah, that one was a
The
So-
lot.
4-hour thing?
Yeah.
podcast because they're for sure being homeschooled without a doubt
No.
in my mind.
We are.
Okay.
We've probably even said that like 10 times on the podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe he hasn't even listened to any. Just probably took the photos of the thumbnails, right?
Debunked. Saji, wrong again. Boom.
Oh, you guys got me good. Oh, that one hurt.
And hammer.
Really react to and praise a debate video of Andrew Wilson, a guy who has excuses for
Oh, I'm going to fast forward through this piece. Saji put this in. The debate that we watched with Andrew Wilson, who's known as one of the strongest debaters in the field today. That's why we brought him up. What was
By who? Who says that, Matt? Who calls him that? He's not the strongest debater today. That's a crazy claim.
Do you guys remember what that debate was about that we watched? Christian versus secular ethics. And so we have been interested in Christian ethics versus secular ethics, pros and cons. This was a very age-appropriate debate, to be honest. Now, Andrew Wilson is known for some maybe not age-appropriate debates,
Yeah.
but this one definitely was. So Sanji misleading
It's Saji. Stop lying on my name, Matt.
his audience again.
Debunked. Wait,
Okay, but you didn't mention the point that I'm okay. Let me just extrapolate here. The point I'm trying to make, Matthew, I assume is your full name, is that Andrew Wilson said something so crazy that it really shows a lot about his character. Meaning that it'd be crazy to show your kids him as an idol to follow as a debater in any form, as an idol in any form. He said that it's okay to rape. He made excuses for rape. That's not someone you should be showing your kids. That's my point. That's okay. Okay.
Purposely took out a part of the video that we had and replaced it with a totally different clip.
Well, he adds this clip on after.
What?
Yes. You guys have never seen that clip of the Whatever podcast, right?
That's insane.
To help him
okay, never mind.
in
We're gonna keep
indoctrinating his children. In the trans athlete controversy episode with swimmer Caitlin Wheeler, they talk about her teammate Riley Gaines and trans swimmer Leah Thomas, who has been under fire for being a trans woman in women's swimming. Caitlin Wheeler has recently been added to the Turning Point USA roster. So unfortunately, she is no longer an unbiased source. She's quite...
Well, when we talked to her, she was not with Turning Point, but she is now. Congratulations. It's a great organization to be part of.
I like that group.
Caitlin was awesome. So we'll see what he has to say.
literally being paid to spread anti-trans rhetoric. And
wait, what?
Huh?
Paid to spread anti-trans.
She's not
She was
paid.
literally there at the place where she swam against the trans person. How is she being
was forced.
paid?
She was forced to change several feet away from her.
That is
Saji
so
obviously doesn't
wrong,
have
right?
a daughter, but if he could just sort of like put himself into the situation of a female in that locker room and what they might experience. That's what we heard from Caitlin Wheeler about the entire incident and how awkward it was.
Oh man,
this podcast episode,
You're in a locker room and you're changing clothes, and also Caitlin Wheeler is an adult, not a child. So
what she does.
Yeah.
And of course, I didn't really see it as an issue because I thought, okay, this is the NCAA is the only opportunity that we would ever see him possibly. They're not going to let a male compete at the women's NCAA championships.
Right.
Not only referring to Leah Thomas as he the entire time, but also just demonizing the hell out of trans people and trans people in sports.
Story is very well known now, but there are so many other stories just like ours of female athletes being sidelined on podiums, being exploited in locker rooms. It's truly heartbreaking.
Guys, there is literally such an insignificant amount of trans people involved in sports that scientists and researchers haven't been able to conduct the research to prove or disprove any advantages or disadvantages.
That's completely untrue.
Do you not know if you just even look at a normal man, right? Genetics or whatever, right, are much more enhanced typically in strength and like stamina than a woman.
I'm not going to argue with a child, guys.
So
I don't have it in me right now.
How would that be different if that person?
This is just so like upsetting to me. I'm not gonna. I'm
playing in a women's sport. Like that makes no sense.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Saji's delusional here. There's bone density. There's muscle density, tendon strength, height, leverage. It's not even close to factually correct. Okay. If Saji would have looked into some of our other videos, we had 2 trans people on our podcast in different times.
Yes.
And do you remember what both of them said about sports?
Yeah, you should not have trans women in any sports.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
Interesting. 2 trans people on to tell you that you shouldn't have trans people in sports, which means that should be the law, I guess.
Surprise.
Even the trans people that we had on our podcast said that they should not have trans people in women's sports. It's unfair.
Exactly.
It's categorically unfair. Americans predominantly do not want biological men in women's sports. Now, is this a debate that we can have to try to figure out common ground and where and how these people can compete fairly? Yes, but like this is not a cogent argument you're putting forward.
The whole point is that this has become a huge deal in our world, right? The point I'm trying to make is, first of all, they should absolutely be allowed in sports. My point is the amount of data that we have that shows that is a real issue against sports players who are cis is insignificant, and it shouldn't value to a real to real energy being put to solve that non-issue, because it isn't an issue. Let trans people compete in sports. It's harder for them to compete in sports anyway. So why, it's like we have so many other real issues that this isn't affecting anyone.
Yeah.
Even among the statistics of trans people in sports, they don't even have a positive win rate. I mean, hell.
Well, there's not that many of them. I think there's something like 60
That's literally what I'm saying. That's literally what I'm saying.
In all college sports. But that doesn't make it okay. That doesn't make it okay just because it's a
not
small...
moral.
This is such an insignificant, issue. There are people in sports who are taller than your average player. They're allowed to compete. Sure, it's insignificant, but they're allowed to compete.
Number.
Right? The reason why there's women's sports and men's sports is because women can be in one sport and men can be in another sport. If people are willing to have trans people in these sports, they might as well literally just make it like a unisex, right?
Yeah.
But there's a reason why. There's men's sports and women's sports.
Riley Gaines tied with trans swimmer Leah Thomas. She didn't even get beat. NCAA President Charlie Baker testified before the U.S. Senate last year that he was aware of.
The whole male advantage at sports is BS because not only is it misogynistic, but also the body type that gives you advantage changes from sport to sport, but also trans people on hormones have to adapt to a whole new body. Exactly. They're taking hormones, so they have to adapt, and that takes a long time, and it brings down the disadvantage.
Less than 10 transgender athletes competing in the league, a number amounting to less than 0.002% of its athletes.
Yeah, again, this is not an argument for is it right or not.
Yeah.
I could give a lot of different analogies. I think he goes on here, because I don't want to waste too much of our time. I think he just goes on about the trans thing for a while.
Take the Programming Lions podcast.
Yeah, that stuff isn't important. Skip over the trans stuff. That stuff is not important at all.
It's episode number 39. Hetero Awesome.
This was June of 24. And he's going to talk about Mark Fitzpatrick, the owner of the Old State Saloon.
Yep.
If you remember, we got him on because Old State Saloon said we are going to declare June Hetero Awesomeness Month. And it got highlighted in the news and all of this. And of course, we're running a podcast. And so we were looking for opportunities to get controversial topics and guests on. And we reached out and they got back to us. And he was like, yeah, I'll come on. And that's what ensued here. Ever thought about that?
Yeah.
Paying homage to, I don't know, those who brought you into this world?
Yeah. Have you ever thought about having a month to celebrate those that brought you into this world, aka all straight people, not just your parents, but everyone that is heterosexual?
We did look at the month coming up. It definitely over the
I don't
last
have any response to that one.
several years has become a bigger and bigger thing for the way folks decide to celebrate that month, and more extreme.
Yeah, I'm gonna speed
And
things up.
all of that has just become a whole lot for a lot of people. Obviously, it's too much for a lot of people. And so we were thinking, hey, we don't want to be negative against what other people are doing. We believe in freedom. People have the freedom to choose and celebrate what they want to do as long as they can do it within the bounds of the law and not take away other people's freedom. So that's fine. We're for that. But can we do something that's positive during that month that would not be the same thing that necessarily somebody else is doing? So
He's dancing around the word quite a bit here, but if you haven't caught on, Mark Fitzpatrick here feels like Pride Month is a little verbose. He wants to celebrate something a little more positive by doing what he likes to call Heterosexual Awesomeness Month.
and enough is enough with the extremeness that everything's gotten
Enough
to
is
with,
enough.
horrible things in libraries and
Look at you guys. You're so young there.
Wow.
This was a year ago.
My oh my, have we changed?
Yeah, you guys have both been.
I remember the
growing up.
computer was right down there, so that's why we're looking at that.
chemical castrations and puberty blockers and all these things that are going on for
They're mutilating children, Saji. They're mutilating children.
Mutilate.
Yes.
They're actually not. Matt, I hate to break it to you, but they're actually not doing that. Okay? They're actually not.
And they're causing them to be infertile by giving them hormone blockers and cross-sex hormones. This is horrible stuff, dude.
Matthew, I want you to tell me the percentage of trans kids in the U.S. right now. If you can tell me that and it's above 10%, I will allow you to have access to my whole channel on YouTube.
kids that are affecting kids.
You know what? Let's just go ahead and look this up real quick. 3.3% of the youth in America are trans. That doesn't mean they're doing any type of surgery at all. That's just the percentage of kids who are trans. I'd argue most trans kids can't transition because their parents won't let them even start. I would have to agree with that too.
As a sort of role model for the boys. A conservative that is vehemently opposed to poison the
Bones, this is horrible stuff, dude.
Kids that are affecting kids.
Mark here is the perfect example of a guest that GSD Nation features as a sort of role model for the boys. A conservative that is vehemently opposed to anything woke or gay or anything else that could poison the brain of my sweet, innocent, hopefully straight child. Anyway, Mark Fitzpatrick and his friends hate black people.
There's the Basque District.
This looks like this year, June of this year, and we had Mark on June of 24.
Again, it's clean. There aren't any black people here.
And tons of Mormons.
Not so much of a role model, huh?
That seems kind of racist.
That seems kind of racist, right?
That would be a great take. That would be a really good take, actually.
I mean, like, we never mentioned any of that stuff. Also, Mark dude never mentioned any of that.
There aren't any black people here.
And tons of Mormons.
Not so much.
He kind of like moved his head back.
They're like, oh, fuck, wait, did he really say that? Oh, shit, guys.
Slightly.
No, we don't know the full context of the clip.
That's so funny. That's so funny. It's giving racism. Yeah, that is racism. And you guys brought a guy onto your channel who supported that, who was okay with that, who hosted that guy at his event or whatever. That is really fucking funny.
Either, not that necessarily help it, but we don't know this dude, and Mark isn't the one that said, I don't know.
It's of a role model, huh? This Heterosexual Awesomeness month debuted last year and garnered so much attention due to its boastful and shocking nature that they decided to do the same thing again this year. But this time, taking it up a notch. And Heterosexual Awesomeness Fest was born.
Why is he bringing so many other, he's bringing on so many other people and things, and things we've never even
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Do you want to know why I'm bringing on a bunch of more people that you've talked about and other stuff too? I don't know that kid's name. The reason I'm doing that is to show that the people that you guys have on your podcast, whom the dad is trying to educate you with, are not good people. And I have to give a lot of research and lore about these people because they're actually so bad that it requires me to take out half of fucking video just to explain it.
We haven't talked to him in probably like a year or something, right?
Yeah. We did not go to this festival.
We're not there.
And then here's some news shots. This was not our podcast. This is a news clip of...
Not everything's about you guys. Come on.
Mark Fitzpatrick.
Why are you skipping? Okay, skips over it completely. Okay, sure. Whatever. I don't care. Did I do that? Why is it so
Most of this entire hit piece is about either trans swimmers or Old State.
Yeah, that's literally half of it.
Yeah. He didn't seem to bring up any specific things we did other than having guests on our show. But then he also, remember, he conveniently forgot about the trans people we also had on our show. So, get a balanced perspective, Saji.
I actually bring that up.
Like you don't do on your channel.
Oh!
Indoctrination cult, just so you can indoctrinate your kids by putting hate in their heart. And again...
Hate in your heart, guys.
And worse than that, you put them on a podcast. You made your kids conservative and put them on a podcast. That's going to cause...
Holy shit, this is so funny. This is
irreputable damage to their digital footprint. Damage, listen, politically inclined
skips over it.
Children out there, this is the last job that you want. Go play with your friends. Go play Fortnite. Crank those 90s. Be a kid. You don't want to end up like me. Person in the middle of being a political pundit and social media influencer. It's not...
Well, at least he admits that he does what you guys are working to be and be.
Right, so any name calling that you do to me is inherently also applied to your children because you're saying that you want your kids to do what I'm doing right now.
Become a bigger voice in, right?
Guys, podcasting, I'm not saying it's not for everybody, but hey, it's fun. Like, especially like when you
get to meet cool people.
Yeah, you get to meet cool people. Kids. So I feel like podcasting is very fun and I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe.
Drive there. He wasn't really nice.
It's pretty pretty disingenuous. Ironically, criticizing you kids for doing what he does. Primarily because maybe your father's involved with it, and like there's some benefits of that. You can have some guidance along the way. I would feel bad for kids trying to get into this without any guidance. It's a really toxic universe.
Well, they wouldn't be getting into it with any guidance. Your kids would have no YouTube channel if it wasn't for you. I wouldn't be doing this right now if it wasn't for you, Matt. This is all thanks to you. So thank you.
We see a lot of kids that seemingly do this on their own. Maybe their parents don't even know that they have these social media channels. And that, I think, is even more destructive. At least we're doing it together and learning together.
It's fun.
So, well, anyway, what do you guys think of this hit piece?
It's interesting. It is kind of weird that, as you mentioned, he didn't tag us. He didn't send it to us, right? Yeah. None of that stuff.
Yeah.
And then when you asked him to come on our podcast, possibly.
Okay, I got to stop it here. They're just going to say more of the same. Thoughts. Let's see. Thoughts. Wow, that was a whirlwind. Let me just say this. Matt, you completely misunderstood the point of my video. Completely. It went over your head. Like, it's so far above, you can't even feel it anymore. And the reason for that is because you have your kids on to react to my video. You jump scared them with my face, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but you already knew what the video was about. You kind of watched a little bit of it, I assume, and you knew that I was criticizing you for having your kids on the internet in the way that they are. It's one thing to be on the internet as kids, which I think you should not do, but it's another to talk about politics in a way that as a child you really don't understand what you're saying. You as a dad are not only indoctrinating your kids, but you're also exploiting their likeness. For what, a platform? I don't know. For their education? I don't know. This was just a weird reaction to do. Because again, your kids really have no say. You're kind of just like, this guy bad, please say it back to me so you can agree and I feel better about myself. And that's basically what happens. Also, like, I feel bad for them even more now. No hate in my heart towards them at all. They're not doing anything wrong at all. I don't think he misunderstood. He framed things. What does it say? He framed things. He framed things from the start, skipped parts, and missed the point repeatedly. It's intentional. I agree with that. I agree with that. But it wasn't a good way to initiate a reaction because it's very clear he either does not know what's going on or does, but is intentionally trying to be like, this is bad and this is why. Kids, you got to listen to me. Yeah, this is going to be the end of the GSD Nation saga. I don't think I will continue it anymore, even if they react to this. Because, again, the whole point of the initial video was to criticize the dad for exploiting his kids and indoctrinating his kids. I don't want to make this a thing because the kids, that's kind of the whole point.